1 year after the start of the bubble tea wars, we asked Chatime Malaysia Managing Director Aliza Ali why the firm decided to hold on to the brand and how it plans to regain Chatime's previous glory. Now, in the beginning of last year, did you consider the rebrand exercise by Mr. Loo? If yes, why didn't you join in? And if no, why did you hold on to the brand?
When I read about the news online, obviously I was a bit shocked. I was a franchisee. When your head, the person who has been heading you got terminated, obviously I was shocked. My first thought is that what's going to happen to us? Then we read from the news that, whoever that still wants to stick with Chatime can still stick with Chatime. But I did had in mind that I was a bit worried in a way because all these 5 years I was not involved in the marketing. I was not involved in the whole operation as Chatime Malaysia. At that time, I was 50-50. Because we didn't know we didn't know what was going on. That's one. We just read it from the news. So it was a decision that I was waiting because we had 6 weeks. Yeah. So we had to decide within that 6 weeks. And I was hoping that by the end of these 6 weeks, I would actually have some more infos. So which we did, and at the end of it, we stick with Chatime.
So did you contact them after that, or did they contact you first? How did that work?
When they terminated Loob Holding, they sent a letter to all the franchisees saying that if you would like to make orders of the raw materials, you can contact us via this email. So which was what we did because we were running out of stocks. And then our legal team was telling us, it's not a legal team even, it's a lawyer friend of ours, as she said, if you want to order raw materials, you have to order from the owner of the brand.
Right.
Because Loob Holding has already accepted their termination. Then, 2 weeks went by and the raw materials that we ordered from Taiwan came. And then we realized, we still had the raw materials that we bought from Loob Holding.
So what's the
inside
difference
our
between?
outlets? Then when it came, the one from Taiwan came, we realized like a lot of the raw materials are not the same.
Yeah.
And it's not those Nestle or it's not those Horlicks. It's actually like the pearls.
Right.
It's actually the cocoa. It's actually the milk powder. So when we're talking about that, it's like those are our main ingredients that will change. It's not those additional ones. As a franchisee, it was really clear cut for us because we buy Chatime raw materials from Loob Holding. They're supposed to give us the Chatime raw materials, but the one that they send is different. So we just made a report to to the authority about it just to safeguard ourselves.
So you see, after the rebranding exercise by Brian Loo, there were 4 outlets left, right? You control the one in New Central and the one KL Central and the one in Genting. So how many outlets do you have now and what's your expansion plans?
We have expanded to 32 locations now as of end of 2017, and we're going to bring Chatime to 70 locations by 2018. And we have also developed a 5-year plan which will see Chatime to grow to 150 locations. Which will involve 100 million expansion exercise, and we are expecting for us to actually gain a revenue of 1.2 billion ringgit in these 5 years.
How's the business been so far since last February?
It's been great. It's never been better. Per outlet, it has never been better. You can ask the franchisees, and that is why we have a lot of interest from these franchisees. And there are some of them from the previous franchisees that actually swapped to adapt to a new brand. They have contacted us even to actually come back, but the thing is, unfortunately, we can't accept them due to conflict of interest since they have already adapted to a new brand.
So in your previous interview, you say that revenue per outlet actually tripled to 170,000 per outlet.
Yes.
How did you keep that? How did you achieve that?
The thing about it is our advantage is having the brand name. I have to thank Brian for that, because he did a good job marketing it. He did a good job. I mean, he led us very well. He did a very good marketing and make everybody know about Chatime. And having that brand with us, we have the advantage and that recognition from the people of 6 years. When most of the outlets changed to a new brand, we only had 4.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is we have 165 worth of customers, that 2 million customers a month, that some of them might still be looking for Chatime.
Are you planning to expanding to other food and beverage brands?
We are actually planning to adapt to that, but for this year and next year, we are really focusing on actually bringing Chatime back, and also we are expanding to Singapore, which will happen this year. We have actually gotten offered from the malls in Singapore to open Chatime over there, so we are actually in the process.